night, whatever, Washington. Welcome to Dave TV here on DCRTV.com for Monday, the 28th of February, March, 28th of March. Wanted to show you a couple things this morning. This is an old radio I got when I was one of my friends was cleaning out his old place, and I think his parents owned it or something. He was going to throw this thing in the garbage. So I said, no, don't do it, don't do it. It's a Motorola. It's pretty much gutted. It doesn't work, but it sure looks effing cool, don't you think? I love these old radios. And if you got an old radio, I'll tell you, if you got an old radio, even something fairly modern, like something from the 70s or 80s, please don't throw it out. If it's in pretty good shape, even if it doesn't work, give me a call or email me, because I'll tell you, I love old radios. I've been especially looking for a Panasonic Big Mouth radio. That's the kind of radio I had in college. It's got that big speaker. It's kind of a square radio. It's got AM and FM on it at shortwave band. Portable radio, but had that big speaker on the front. Really good FM on it. If someone's got an old radio like that, it's sitting in the basement, you don't want it, it doesn't work, let me know. I'd love to get my hands on some old radios. If you got something old or new or whatever, you don't throw it out. Let me know about it first before you toss it, because I love old radios, and hey, it'd be a wonderful donation to make to DCRTV, and I'd be more than happy to spread wondrous joy on the website to thank you. All right, I'm just checking out the old high-def HD radio today. We just listened to the DC-101. This is DC-101's HD2, one of the Clear Channel iHeart radio things. They're playing a kind of rockish stuff, and then we can flip down to the wonderful DC-101, which is a really cool station. I love it. It's the best rocker in town. 98 Rock's good too, but I like DC-101. They're doing Nirvana. But anyhow, I just wanted to show you a couple things. I was noticing the other day that 105.9 had their smooth jazz HD2 back up, but I noticed today it ain't there. So what's up with that? If you're gonna do HD radio and you're gonna rent channels, why not keep them up? Okay, this is crazy. Okay, so we're going down to WJFK here. This is, I probably mentioned this before, but I'll give you a close-up of it here. You can get, now look at that. According to this, 105.7 Baltimore's back on JFK's HD2. They had replaced it with Dallas there for a while.
Finally, our top pick from the show is Sprint's new
I presume that's what that is. Then we've got WFAN in New York, Sports Talker CBS, WIP in Philly. But
report your number over for free. For more news from the world of tech and culture, be sure to check out our daily podcast every weekday at the404.cnet.com or find us on iTunes by searching.
I'm just curious if this is really JZFM.
Here's this week's Tech Minutes from CNET.com. AT&T Wireless.
Well, I don't know. We'll check that out. It'd be interesting if they put JZ back on, because I can't hear it down here. That's the crazy thing. Another cool thing on the old HD radio, if I can keep the camera focused here. We got AMU, of course, with 88.5, and they've got a really cool. They've got their bluegrass country there on the HD2, and it's also available on a 105.5 signal out of Great Falls, Virginia, and they've got the HD3, the intersection, which has got some cool stuff on it. And then if we scan up, of course, one of my favorite HD2 channel here in the Washington area is 94.7 Fresh FM, which isn't actually a bad station, honestly. Stations go, could be better, but it's not awful. But if go up to a wonderful HFS on their HD2, which is playing In Excess at the moment. Love this station. Yeah. And the HD3, of course, where they relay JFK again. Now let's go back to 106.7 here. Let's see if that's really Baltimore there on the HD2, or they just are mislabeling the Dallas station.
I don't either.
Because I'd like to hear the Baltimore station. I can't hear 105.7 down here in Northern Virginia. It gets blasted away.
Bankruptcy, that should be your last choice. We're credit card.
I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that and let you know if anything comes up on it. Okay, anyhow, what's going on today? Oh my goodness, my camera here is falling apart. Ah! Whoa. Big news. Got some sad news to report here. DJ Megatron shot to death. Oh my goodness. Urban radio and TV personality DJ Megatron was shot to death in New York City over the weekend. His manager says the BET television segment host was killed while heading to a store near his Staten Island home around 2 a.m. Sunday. Only 32. It was heard on WQHT Hot 97 up in New York City, where that's the station that Peter Rosenberg works at. And he was also seen on DC's BET, which is based in BET is based here technically in DC, but I think most of their studio stuff's up in New York with the rest of the Viacom, whatever giant corporation family. Other sad news to report: B104's Kris Kelly has died. His real name was Kurt Cleland, and he went by the name of Kris Kelly on Baltimore's old B104 WBSB for more than a decade. He's died of a heart attack. I presume it was last week. I don't have an actual date on it, but he did the Saturday night shift on the old B104, 104.3 in Baltimore, which is back to contemporary hits again today with the ZFT, the Z1043. Let's see if this is it. Yep, that is it. So we've got big news for you. WJFK has put the fan 105.7, Baltimore's fan, back on the HD2, which is good news because I'd rather listen to that than the Dallas station. I guess maybe when football season starts, they'll put the Dallas station back on. But who wants to listen to that now? I'd rather listen to the great folks on that station. There's some good guys on the station. Scott Garsoda is the afternoon drive show on there, and he's a really cool guy. Also, what else is going on? Okay, we were talking about Kris Kelly there. Kris Kelly, his real name was Kurt Cleland. He began his career at Carlisle, PA's WHYL while still in high school in the late 60s, and worked at some stations up there in the central Pennsylvania area, and also worked for Carlisle Cable TV, which eventually got sold to Comcast. So that's the big thing. Also, a longtime communications reporter, Dawson B. Tacknail. Cool name, huh? He used to work for Communications Daily in the old Broadcasting magazine. He was 82, died Friday from injuries suffered in a fall. Also on MAL this morning, Stephen Portnoy was the guest host, filling in the endless parade, the infinite parade of guest hosts with Brian Neiman ever since Fred Grandy left a couple weeks ago. So, be interesting to see if MAL finally decides to do actually get a real morning show together. Don't know if that's ever going to happen, but something that should happen these days. Coming up, I'll tease this. We're going to look at the wonderful world of Washington radio from 1974. I was going to do this today, but I'm already running over 8 minutes, so we'll do this another day. But we've got some really cool things in here, including the last official radio show from the Joy Boys, Ed Walker and Willard Scott. This was an article that appeared in Washingtonian magazine, and it's got some really cool folks there like Johnny Holiday and Harv Moore and the Joy Boys, and Hardin and Weaver, Alan Prell, and Eddie Gallagher. So we'll get into this another day. Stay tuned for that. And that's it for today on a wonderful, chilly Monday here in the Washington area. And don't forget to stay tuned.